Okay, everyone. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, Local 1000 President. Today is July 21st, 2021 at the state capitol, and I'm speaking to a few custodians. I am happy to be here today. I realize that you may not have seen your Local 1000 President in many, many years. This is not a one-time situation. I'm not here to grab your vote for the next election. I'm here to serve you for my term, 3 years, to June 30th, 2024. I'm going to be here when you call me. You'll have access to my phone number. Not just during the day, but I know custodians here at the state capitol work in the evening time as well. I want to thank you for working through this great tragedy called the COVID pandemic. And we are currently working to get you the essential worker premium pay that's currently not in the state budget. And so I know a lot of people have asked about the hero pay, the COVID pay, essential worker pay, the premium pay. All those terms have mutated into one word: federal money. $27 billion that came from the federal government that has come to the state of California, in addition to our $76 billion we have in surplus right now. I cannot thank you enough for the hard work that custodians do, not just at the Capitol, but up and down the state of California. All of our represented employees at Local 1000 work their asses off to keep this economy, the fourth largest economy, going in this great country. Now, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to allow you to ask me some questions, so please feel free. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like I said before COVID-19, day shift, haven't seen a rep in 4 or 5 years on day shift.
Yes. So we said before this COVID-19, day shift custodians here at the state capitol has not seen a Local 1000 either job steward or rep in 4 years. At least. So Local 1000, we're doing a restructure of our organization. We will have more reps, okay? And we're going to create as many job stewards as quickly as possible, and you'll get the training as quickly as possible. That won't happen again. That's a guarantee. We will create more job stewards. If any of you want to become job stewards, you can always contact me at 408-207-2339. Okay? You will get expedited job stewardship training. You will not be left alone. If it was up to me, I'd give you all the job stewards right now, but I don't want to rush anyone. As far as the staff is concerned, we're not going to overwork our staff anymore. We're going to reorganize, and we're going to have more labor reps. That's a guarantee. It should be done here by the 1st of September. That's our target goal, our date. Yes, sir.
A couple of reps are only going to stick up for you.
So, many people in the state feel that Local 1000, we don't represent our employees, that we don't stand and fight for them. Let me be crystal clear. On July 21st, 2021, from this day going forward, or from the time that I was sworn in, and I took office on June 30th, we will be fighting for our people, period. If you tell me that a rep did not want to fight for you, and they gave you a hard time, you're going to call me. And then we're going to have a conversation with that rep or that job steward. That's a guarantee. We're not going to turn our back on our people ever again. Those days are over. We're going to defeat the status quo. We're going to create a new culture for this union where everyone feels respected. Not just the custodians, not just those in CDCR, but every job classification represented by Local 1000 will feel that Local 1000 cares about them and their families. Next question. Yes, sir.
Them union dues keep going up and up.
I guess you can see the video then.
So, the union dues. One of the reasons I got elected was I said I was going to reduce union dues by 50% on day one. I was told on day one that our financial situation would not allow us to, quote, reduce those dues by 50%. We're going to find some cost saving along with dropping the membership rate to a 97% target rate. Once we get that done, we're going to reduce these dues by 50%. Some people can pay these high dues. Other people cannot. And so everyone needs financial relief. And since you brought up the dues, let's talk about the money. The number one reason why I got elected. People are telling everyone that there's no way Local 1000 can get a 21% pay increase with jail pay and COLA for its represented employees. That is a lie. That is a lie. I know in my heart that the custodians are worth 21% pay increase. And you've been working that for many, many years. But no one has ever told you that. Everyone represented by Local 1000 needs a 21% pay increase across the board, period. And how do we get that? We must create a strike fund. If you don't have a strike fund, you have no financial leverage. And as you know, these politicians, while we lost 2 days of pay for this last current fiscal period, they never lost a dime. But you kept coming to work, putting your lives on the line, and basically cleaning up all of their
Jump.
junk.
Yeah.
Junk.
Yeah.
You literally clean up their junk. Okay? That's what the custodians do. They clean up other people's junk from their bodies. Nobody else in this state does that but you. And sometimes I feel like you don't get recognized. If you've ever been recognized. And when they sit, they take pictures with you, and they try to act like they're in it with you. I don't remember Governor Gavin Newsom giving up his money. They say he did it. Did he? Maybe. Did it hurt him and his family? It did not. When you lost 2 days of pay, how did it affect you and your family? I think the difference is a lot different, a lot greater. And for the first time, you have a Local 1000 president that you have his ear. And when you call me, I'm going to show up, period. You're right down the street from me. There's no excuse for me not to get out of that office and come up here and see you during the day or in the evening or on the weekends. All these custodians who put your lives on the line in downtown Sacramento and throughout the state, along with everyone else who put your lives on the line. We are not going to ignore you here at Local 1000 anymore. So we will reduce these dues. Give us time.
Are we still paying the OPEB?
The OPEB, other post-employment benefits. Other post-employment benefits, 3.5% started July 1st. That has started back up, unfortunately. That next contract, we're going to fight to eliminate that 3.5% OPEB for your retiree health care. Your retiree health care was guaranteed years ago until the former president decided to give it up.
What about our medical?
That's an issue we're trying to address about the rising cost of health care. I see right here. And we're trying to talk to CalPERS about how we can prevent that from happening. Therefore, we need you to vote in this upcoming CalPERS election that happens in September. We're going to have a debate in Local 1000. I think it's on August 17th. It's going to be in the evening time. And we're going to talk to the candidates. There's 2 positions opening up. And we're going to ask them these questions about the rising healthcare costs and how do they feel about that. Do they care about you? Are they willing to protect you and your families? So we'll be able to address that now. Yes, ma'am.
Just any way that you guys can come and, well, I know our union, but any way you can come and see what's going on in the workforce.
In the workplace?
Workplace,
Such as what?
like if it's like a problem or a situation, or just like, hey, this stuff going on, that stuff going on.
So I would say this,
Yeah,
because I'm right down the street.
yeah, right.
Your job steward should be right here when you have problems. You know what? That's a good question. You don't know who your job steward is. We're going to find out who your job steward
We
is.
don't know who Tony is, that's usually who we go to his phone.
Who?
Tony,
Tony who?
anybody knows his name?
Tony Owens. Okay. The VP of bargaining. He's still the current VP of bargaining. There's a new VP of bargaining election going on right now. Hopefully you voted. You will have my number when you walk out here. We're going to find out who your job steward is for this particular DLC. Okay? And phone number. And your bunk chair, your bunk chair currently right now is Garth Underwood. I have his number. Okay? So you'll have direct access to me and to your bunk chair. We'll find out who your job stewards are for this area. If you want to become a job steward, you'll be able to contact me. If you call me and say, you know, Richard, I want you to come up here, I want you to see what I'm going through. If you call me, I will come up here so you can show the president of Local 1000 what you're going through and how we can address this issue, and also for the next contract, how we can make sure that bargaining unit 15 gets their issues addressed. And so you have my word on that. Yes, sir.
First of all, are we currently in bargaining or in talks with our essential pay?
So, the essential worker premium pay. We're not in talks yet. I contacted the governor today, and hopefully he'll give you a call back. You know, in the budget, there is no room for us. There is no essential worker premium pay specified in the budget.
Yeah, but there was premium paid for all the other states.
So, what I've been informed is that that money did not come from the federal government. It may have come from the state government, the state budget, but not from the federal government. And so when you say these different terms, the hero pay was never passed. And so all these terms, quote, mutated, evolved into, quote, the essential worker premium pay. And so we have to have a conversation with the governor to ensure that not just those who kept coming to work during COVID gets this money, that everyone represented by Local 1000, even those who work from home, receive this money. Now, some people may not like that. I thought we were all in this together. I thought when the COVID crisis kicked out, they kept telling us across America that we were all in this together. But now when it's time to pay out this money, it appears that some people may get it and some people may not. That is not right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So the governor had announced a program for we the essential worker for the extra incentive, but we haven't got it yet. So what is the plan for that?
So we have to have a conversation with the governor. It's not in the state budget for us to get anything. I'll say it again. I'm being informed that in our state budget, there is no pay set aside for state employees for the essential worker premium pay. So that money that's coming from the federal government, we have to figure out how we get the money. And so that's a big hot button issue, along with telecommuting. That's another hot button issue. We're going to have this conversation. We're going to get your answer for you here in a few days.
So you mean to say that it takes time for that?
It's going to take some time, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Anton Jennings, and I do the outside public restrooms. Now they gave us suits and hats and everything like that, but are we essentially supposed to do that in their little decree that they have? It doesn't list that. It just says all other stuff. There's an outside public restroom that we do, and I guess it's like hazmat.
I know the homeless people out there in the bathroom that he cleaned the other day. Somebody took a number 2 right there, and so he had to get it up. And I don't feel we should have to get human beings up.
We're kind
And
of
that ain't the first time we
dangerous.
Your bathrooms become pretty rough, especially the men. And people have hepatitis and all that stuff.
They do drugs in there and all that.
Yeah.
And the homeless comes right there.
And this is in the bathroom here in the
Yeah.
Capitol grounds. In the Capitol grounds.
I'm in
Right,
part.
right.
In the park.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have to speak to your management to ensure that you have the proper uniform, the proper gear, so that you don't feel your life is being jeopardized. And so that should be specified in the contract. But if it's not, we'll have to revisit it.
Well, they didn't have to do that a while back. The park people had to do that, but they got mad and now they have to do that.
Then we have to do it.
That bathroom was never, before it was never our bathroom. Before it was the park people's bathroom.
Maintenance.
It should be the park people bathroom, it's out there at the park.
Okay. After this video is done, you have to give me your manager's phone, and we'll have a conversation. All right? Sir, what is your question?
My question is also, are we going to, by the end of 2022, are we still on course to get all of our raises, what we were promised and negotiated?
So, sir, on July 1st this month, now 2.5 from last year that was scheduled for July 1st, 2020, you're receiving it, along with your 2% for this year on July 1st, 2021. Your 2.5 for next year is still scheduled, you'll receive that. And And so for this year, 2.5 from last year, plus 2%, plus 0.05% to make up from last year without you're not paying one time. So that's a total of 4.55%. Now we have to subtract the OPEB that you mentioned, the 3.5. So over the course of these 2 years, it's going to be a 1.05% net pay increase.
That's junk change.
Yes, sir, you're correct. It's not very good.
No.
So we have to work together. So our next contract doesn't start in 23. This next contract negotiation starts right now by us working together, increasing our membership, making sure we can create a strike fund to ensure that we get a substantial pay increase of 21% for that next contract. But we need everyone to buy in. We need everyone to participate. That's what we need to ensure that the things that you're going through will stop. Yes, ma'am.
Since the new buildings are building up, are we going to still have the union still, or just the new building across the street, the new buildings over there, or are we going to have the union come together and talk what we need to be discussing about?
Well, to the best of my ability,
Yeah.
if they do anything to violate the contract, then yes, we'll have meetings and firms. So as far as people being moved over to those buildings, those people are already represented by Local 1000. If those jobs are quote represented by Local 1000. So that it should not be an issue.
Right.
But in case it is, yeah, we will meet with the state of California. Yes, ma'am.
So, I know everybody except us knows about the virus and where it's at, who has it, we don't wanna know who has it, we wanna know if we're walking into it. You see what I mean? We have to clean everything, virus or no virus.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Going in there.
people like me with the autoimmune, something like that could kill me.
So
But we wanna know, not a week after we've already cleaned it, we wanna know.
well, there should be. I'm sure.
Right away.
This is the state capitol. I'm sure they have a policy here. If someone has COVID.
Yeah, keep it a secret, don't tell anybody.
Okay. So we're live here on Facebook Live video, and as far as I know, every state agency, including the Capitol, has a policy if someone has COVID that they send an email out informing everyone of this situation. Now, has your manager or managers informed you of the areas?
We know a week after the virus is already been here.
So we have to make sure that the minute they send that email out, that you're informed in a timely manner. That has to happen. And so I know a lot of times with custodians, sometimes we don't have your email on file. And so we have to
Well,
make
we
sure.
all have work email, but,
Okay.
I mean, what's the chances of all of us running in there to check that, you know? I don't know if that card gets sent to us,
It should be sent to
but
you
our
as well.
supervisors get it.
Your who?
Supervisors.
So as soon as your supervisors get it, they should forward in that email to you as well, man.
Okay.
That's the way it's supposed to happen. And so if I need to speak to your supervisor, then I will. But that's the way it is in the state of California. For a state agency, they're supposed to send those emails out to notify, you know, a person on this floor or this particular department had COVID. They don't release the name to protect that person.
Right.
And then they'll say the steps that they took to ensure that that COVID wasn't spread to anyone else. That's the way it's supposed to work. Yes, sir.
But legislators, some of them bring it in from the outside,
Yeah, you get a lot of.
from their districts and everything.
You're correct, sir. And that's why everyone is masked up here in the state capitol trying to prevent COVID from spreading. You are absolutely correct. Yes, sir.
One thing I'd like to bring up is, we can't call, like our union rep here, that
Yes.
services us,
Yes.
we don't have a direct line to her. We have to call some board, and she has to go see if, she's available.
What's your name?
Her name is Jessica Mancus.
We get the runaround.
Okay. So, this is what I wanted to confirm before I said it earlier. You're in DLC 7, it appears that you're in DLC 788. You know how I know that DLC so well? Because I'm in the same DLC. So I know Jessica Mancus. Now that you have my number, you don't have to worry about me not calling you back or getting your direct line. We'll have it. Yes, sir.
The other thing I was, there's rumor that, well, it's already happening that the state is forcing some people to get shots. And so my question to you is, if that comes, if that's presented to us, you either get a shot or whatever they decide to do, I want the freedom to choose whether we get shots or not, because the last time we were notified
Yes, sir.
of a vaccine, of somebody being positive for COVID, that person actually already had the vaccine shot. And they still tested positive.
So, I also believe in the freedom to decide if I'm going to take the shot. I believe the same thing as you. Now, I'm being told that CDCR, they have to take the shot. For safety.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking.
Yeah. So as far as the custodians here at the Capitol, I didn't hear the legislators have to take a shot. Have you heard that yet?
No,
So-
I heard something like that on the news.
That they will be forced to take a shot?
Yeah, we're trying to decide, because a lot of people here have the virus, and, they were trying to decide whether they were gonna make it mandatory. Well, I had the shot, but they were trying to see if they were gonna make it mandatory for everybody else.
So I support you in that freedom of choice, and I've been on video before at DOJ saying the same thing a few weeks ago. The freedom of choice. In this great country, I believe in the freedom of choice. Now, do we want to be safe? Absolutely. Do we have all the information on COVID? I don't think so. And just because one person took the COVID shot, do I think everybody should take the COVID shot? I don't think so. So that's my honest answer live on July 21st, 2021.
Yeah, my point was, how it starts at the top or whatever, and then water runs down, and pretty soon now they're telling us, if you want to keep your job, this is what you got to do. You got to get.
It sounds like a meet and confer action in the state of California. They want to try to do that.
And I just don't want to get involved in that before we, before our union represents us. I want to
That's
know
correct.
what's going on.
So your union president supports you.
Okay.
For those who want to take the vaccination, fantastic. For those who don't want to take it, that's great as well. I'm not going to, show favor towards those who took the shot versus those who decided that they didn't have enough information. They don't know how COVID was created. If it really came from across America, across the ocean. We don't have all the answers on COVID. We don't know when you take that shot, what's going to happen to you in 2 or 3 years. So if we have all of those concerns, I agree with you strongly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Well, y'all been rifling questions today. This was a lot. I'm glad to be here. I will come back again, and hopefully next time I come, I will have the information on that essential worker premium thing. Let me stress this to you. Everyone represented by Local 1000 needs their money. You don't have to email me. You don't have to call and yell at me. To all those in CDCR, to all those job classifications that I failed to mention, I apologize. Everyone represented by Local 1000 needs that essential worker premium pay. Okay? I got it. And I know you don't want this healthcare costs going up. I understand that too. Yes, sir.
Would that hesitate start from 2 years back when it started?
To start March of 2020 is where it's
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the way it should run from that March of 2020. But I can't guarantee you I can get this money. What I can guarantee you is I'm going to have a conversation with this governor. That I can guarantee you. Now, will we have a productive conversation? Yes, sir.
So I don't understand what the main problem is. Is it because they don't have the federal money to pay us? Or under definition, do we not fall into the essential category?
Again, the state budget does not specify essential worker premium pay for state employees. It does not go into those details. It talks about using money from the federal government for different programs. But what I was informed is that there is nothing that states specifically that we will give state employees this money. Nothing that states that.
But yet but yet if they came out and said, hey, if you're an essential worker, which by definition we are, then you're gonna get paid. I mean, how can they, it's almost like they're discriminating against some people. Yeah, they're considered essential workers, they do get it. But when we're here, day in and day out, we fall into that definition.
You know what, sir? I'll go back to the union and I'll talk to the smart people all over again. Now, I've asked this question 3 or 4 different ways, 3 or 4 different days. I agree with you. I don't like the information I'm being told. And then I'm also being told, I'm also being told that if you work from home as a telecommuter, you're not entitled to that money. And I know those in EDD don't want to hear that. Anybody who worked from home that kept this state going, I don't care what public sector union you were in, you deserve that money. Period. And so why hasn't this governor not rushed and did his, his emergency money because they haven't worked out the details with the federal government? That's one thing. But to leave people hanging like this, that's wrong. Now, he rushed and gave you the vaccination dream getaway. He did that. You know, he had that little dream lottery for vaccination lottery. He did all that. You know, he gave money to people who have come to this country illegally to ensure that we have a great food market. He made sure he took care of them. And so if you're asking me overall, what has he done to ensure that the state employees in the state of California were taken care of? That's another question. Yes, ma'am.
The rent go up for housing and like if we have the ADD, I know ADD having problems though, but do the rent and the housing go up too? Do you know that?
That question I don't know now.
Okay.
That I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like this the year rent going up.
Yeah.
Everybody get rent going, however mine went up this year.
So you're probably right, both of you, that rent probably has gone up, which is outside of our contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this essential worker premium pay that we're discussing, that's not part of our contract either. But since you put your lives on the line, then you say, well, where's the respect? And so when you were saying no one has come to see about you in all these years, you're saying, where's your respect? And maybe that's a symbol of our union. Our represented employees, whether they pay money or not, whether they have the ability to pay those high dues or not, where is the respect? And so I'm speaking to the custodians. Now I think y'all have the toughest job. CDCR tells me something differently. But I have other job classifications who all feel they have the toughest job in the state of California. None of you are wrong. None of you are wrong. Okay? I got it. And so I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to fight for you with everything I got. You can watch me on Facebook. You can watch me at the union. You can call me. You'll never be able to think that I wasn't fighting for you every single day as your elected president. Yes, sir.
I know them board members are against you.
So today is July 21st. It's blackjack. Now, I may not be able to afford to go to Las Vegas, but maybe I get to Reno or one of these casinos around here. I'm feeling blessed today. Yes, the board is against me. Everybody knows that. This is not my first battle in life. This is not my first rodeo. So I'm trying to work with the board to educate them on the importance of the custodians and all the job classifications. You know, we have that situation in Lansing County. Those people are getting ready to lose their jobs for no reason at all. It appears that the board has its own agenda. That's fine, because the last time I checked, those DOC presidents and bunk chairs, when have they been to the Capitol to see about you? Okay? They haven't. They never have. They never have. So when these people tell you that they're fighting for their quote members, if you listen to my words carefully, I tell you I'm fighting for everyone equally. Represent employees, whether you can pay them money or not. They tell you it's all about the members. I tell you by that contract, I must represent you, period. And how the heck am I going to get you to pay these high price of dues, this high cost of these dues, if I don't represent you now, and I'm begging you to be a member? It won't work. So if you treat people with fairness and respect, whether they pay you money or not, you may encourage those who don't pay to pay, and those who do pay to continue to pay, because you're reaching out to those you're not paying to get them to pay. By that contract, I must protect everybody. It's unfortunate the board feels differently. It's just unfortunate. But I have not, and I repeat this, I have not given up on the board of directors. There are people. They have good days, they have bad days. So do I. We're not going to give up on our union. We're going to stay unified. We're going to get through this together. When I say together, I'm not giving you a political slogan. That means whether you pay money or not, it doesn't matter what color you are, what political party you belong to, whether you believe in vaccinations or you believe that this vaccination thing, this whole COVID thing was a conspiracy. It doesn't matter what you believe. You're an American. You're represented by Local 1000. I have your back. Okay? All right, what's the next question? Yes, ma'am.
Where are you gonna go to casino?
When you give me the money, how's that? Now, I'm on a budget just like the rest of you. Okay, I get my state salary. I don't collect the salary stipend. I'm not taking any extra money or anything like that. I'm on a budget just like all of you. I don't want to say I live day to day, but sometimes it feels like I live day to day. And this idea that, you get these little small pay increases, but you get a little increase here, but then they take something from you here.
Right.
You're not getting ahead. And when they tell you this livable wage, that's BS. That's how to keep you poor, keep you on your knees and begging. I'm not trying to beg these politicians for anything. What I want to do is work with you, create this strike fund. And after we bargain in good faith, like we've always done, Local 1000, we've always bargained in good faith. We've never gone to the table without trying to give it our very best. And if we bargain in good faith, and they continue to act the way that they do, well, then we'll be compelled to take possible further action. But there's a difference when I call for a strike. There's a difference between those who call for something, and then at the last second they say, oh, well, the strike's off, we've come to a pathway. No. When you call for that strike, that means once that strike vote went in, you're going. You shouldn't have called for a strike if you were willing to walk away at the last second, okay? You should have been working and working, trying to get it done. When you had to call for that strike, and that strike vote came back yes, it's showtime.
So if, say, okay, if a strike, so do we all have to like be involved in it?
So now, wait a minute now. Can't tell you everything. Can't tell you everything on Facebook Live. And that's strategy. So if you're saying, well, which people would go on strike and which people would stay, well, how does that work? And give you all the details. You sound like these smart people who don't want to help nobody. And I'm not going to tell everything. Okay? So some things you got to keep at home. All right?
So we can't go on strike now, because it's in our contract that we can't.
Right. So let me clear this up for you. We're under a signed contract with no strike clause.
Right.
Fair enough. When this contract expires on June 30th, 2024, no, June 30th, 2023, then we're negotiating for it expires. Once that contract expires, and we bargain in good faith, and we reach a legal impasse, we take a strike vote, we go on strike. See, your president probably hasn't told you, the former president hasn't taken her time to tell you these things, because she keeps people in the dark. That's how she led. I don't keep you in the dark. I tell you as much as I can, as fast as I can, without giving away our strategy and giving away our secrets.
So going on strike won't affect your job, your job.
When we go on an authorized strike, it will not affect your job. Don't let these people tell you anything different. The question is, well, who can go on strike and who can't? I'm not going to tell you on video. I'm just not.
It's up to the people.
Right. Something like that. Something like that. And so we don't want to give out all of our strategy, because my video is reviewed by everybody across the nation. But what I'm simply telling you is, as a public sector employee, you got rights. Okay? You've been disrespected, unappreciated, ignored for how many years? From the time you started in state service, sir. That's how many years. Okay? So some people it may be 2 years. For some people, they've been ignored by the state of California for 30, 35 years. And then they tell you it's all good because we're going to pay you a pension. Well, is it all good? Is that pension as good as it used to be? Well, how long are you going to live? Huh? Is collecting your retirement, is it that easy? Is it?
It stinks.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been in the state service for almost 2 years, so
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, the stuff we're going through and all that stuff. I mean, well, the union.
Well, first of all, we want to thank you for coming to work for the state of California, the #1 state in the nation. We want to thank you for being a dues paying member. You know, we appreciate everything that you do for the state of California. Except when I say it to you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Some people tell you they appreciate you, but you can't tell by your paycheck. Okay? If you want to know how someone feels about you in this great country, look at your money. Look at the money they make, and look at the money you make. And when they try to make you feel like you should be thankful to just have a job, wrong answer. When they try to tell you you should be thankful that you kept your job during this COVID crisis, wrong answer. No, you're in a union. You're under a signed contract. You should not be losing your job. You should not be thankful. The only person you should be thankful for, up in the sky. Okay? Be thankful for your family and your kids. But as far as your job, you're in a union, you're paying your union dues, then that's what you get. Job security. Yes, ma'am.
And then another thing, are we gonna see governor anytime soon?
The who?
The governor, Governor Newsom?
Am I going to see him or are you going to see him?
Us, me.
Are you going to see him
I
walking
haven't
around
seen
here?
him walking around.
Well, he's probably at home protecting his family.
Okay.
He's probably at home prioritizing protecting his family, protecting his money.
Okay.
That's what real leaders do. They protect those around them that they care about. Okay? Your money that you lost, that 2 days of pay for a whole fiscal year, do you think if I was your president, do you think if I was your president, you would have lost any money?
I don't think so.
Okay? Do you think if I would have fought as hard as I could to keep your money in your pocket, do you think they would have ran it back to the state of Missouri? Probably.
They were trying to think of ways we wouldn't lose that money. I was like, okay, so start taking stuff away. Just let us have our money. We pay anyway. Some people pay for the bus fare, and they still have to pay.
Parking and everything.
Parking, they still have to pay. They could have taken all that away and just left their money alone.
The simple answer, you have a signed contract. You're not taking anything from us. What's next? That's the simple answer. There's no more conversation about, well, you know, we need to do something. No, what do you need to do for you? Because for us, we have a signed contract. And I want you to think about this. They told you, if you can give up your money, you haven't said this, well then, we're going to furlough you. We're going to furlough you. And the legislators backed them up on this. Now, they're going to take money from you under the threat of a furlough. But the legislators right here in the Capitol kept their money. You don't need a college education to see this. They kept their money but took your money. And they did it to you once. They did it to you in 2010, 2012. They'll do it to you again in the future. If you don't send them a message, don't ever take our money ever again. We're not giving you anything. When we sign a contract, honor the contract. I don't care about the COVID crisis, no tornado, no hurricane. I don't care if you know, if so-and-so got sick and you need a few extra dollars, look to someone else for your money. Okay? You're not taking our money ever again. That's why I was elected. Okay. We've been running hard. We've been running hard for almost an hour. We're going to slow it down because I know you got to go back to work.
No, meetings.
Yeah.
We have meetings.
Oh, very good. Very good. So everyone has my number. I know Rebecca has it.
I pass it around. I get it.
Good.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse now when you say, hey, we can't get hold of the union. That's not true. If I can't call you that same day, I'm going to call you the next day. You will not be ignored. That's a promise.
You're
Okay?
probably busy. You probably, well, yesterday you were busy or something.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But as soon as you got hold of me, I said, I'm coming. I changed my whole day around because you're that important to me. I don't want you to feel like you're up here taking all this stuff, this shat, from these people and nobody has your back. That's not true. Okay, I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today was July 21st, 2021. I want to thank the custodians here at the State Capitol for inviting me over. I'll be back again. This has been a great pleasure. Have a great day. All right, thank you.
Bring pizza next time.
Oh,